Whoop, whoop, whoop. Welcome to Saber Talk
Woo!
Sunday. And we got
Uh-huh.
Mountain Sabers again. Mountain Sabers
Oh
in the
man.
house. Charlie, welcome, dude. Always a pleasure having Charlie on here, man. He's always in the background listening to us while he's doing his
Hey.
workout.
I just switched to the comments so I could see now.
Jim's here. Welcome, Jim.
Hey.
All right, we're gonna have. Hopefully, we'll get a good audience tonight. I'm kind of stoked about this. So we'll
I
see
love
about
talking about this stuff, man. This is like my favorite part of my Sunday is this right here.
right.
It really
You know,
is,
it's
man.
and tonight's topic's gonna be really fun, man, because we're gonna be talking about all different things, but and more importantly, found parts as well. You ever just take apart something like one of the things that I had found was an old VCR that I had here in my garage. And the damn thing's broke, busted up. I'm not, I was gonna throw it away and I said, man, I wonder what I can pull out of it. Yeah, just to see what I can get out of it. And I tell you, I got some of that little bit of that motherboard right here. And I'm like, look at that thing, man. I could cut that up and make some cool greeblies for the Sabres, dude. You know, and I was thinking to myself, take out half of this stuff and make some custom clamp cards out of this thing as well if I can, if it's possible, right?
You sure
Reese!
can.
So I'm all like, I'm
Hey,
stoked about
awesome.
this stuff.
That is really great. Yeah, absolutely. And to complement that, yeah, absolutely. I take apart things when they break and utilize a lot of those heat sinks, which is what you saw there, that little metal thing. Um,
hmm
but I have a friend of mine who's heavily into computers, and instead of e-wasting everything, hey, he calls me up. Do you want this stuff? And I'm like, I take a look at it. Wow, sure. So I get a lot of heat sinks. I get a lot of switches, little buttons, wiring, whatever we don't want to throw away and we can reuse.
Yeah. Matter of fact, like even some of the key fobs that I found, and you got a couple of little, you got a switch right. Let me see. I don't know if it'll. You got a
Oh yeah.
switch right there. So I
Oh
got a
yeah.
switch
Is
right
that a
here I
side
could
switch?
take off. Yeah, it's a side switch, man.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
So I was all
Those
like,
things are so hard to
woohoo!
find, man. I mean, you could find them on like DigiKey and Mauser and stuff, but getting them that way is priceless, man.
Yeah, man. And then also, oh gosh, where did I put that little piece? Oh, here we go. My daughter's had some of those RCA little tablets that are so slow.
Yeah.
Uh, I ate them all before the live stream, Reese. Um, so I took apart some of those, and I was thinking like the little monitors they have on there. I like, I was looking at some videos and how I can repurpose those monitors, and you can get some kind of gizmos, I guess, on Amazon or whatever, and you can do all these animations with them, right?
Oh
And I
yeah.
was thinking, oh, sweet. So I can find like animations of light speed going through there and stuff like that, put that on there and just make like a little box for the background and put it behind me and have all those animations going while I'm
Like
talking and stuff.
big wall greeblies.
Yeah, big wall greeblies, exactly. Yeah.
I know. I want to do some myself, man. It's like I have all the little things, like the balls and stuff like that. But I don't have anything really on the wall. Actually, that's not true. I do have something hanging on the wall. Um, I'm gonna show you in a little while, but I want to show you that in a second. I just saw it on the wall, and I'm like, I haven't shown that thing yet either. It's a pretty cool item.
Cool. NN's here. What's up, NN? Welcome, dude.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So I'm
Cool.
glad everybody's coming in, man. We got a good little audience right now, man. We hopefully it'll be coming up even more. And not a a lot of people like to come in a little bit later, but it's all good, man. It'll be a great show and a lot of fun tonight. So um,
Right.
I noticed on some of your feeds you were showing the C3PO eyes that you had just made for somebody, man.
Oh, right.
And
Yeah, I made him for Warren, great guy in the
Warren
community.
McKay, right?
Yes, and he's working on his C3PO helmet from Thingiverse. He picked it up and he got back and he's getting into 3D printing now and he's doing amazing. So I'm like, wow. So he told me, he's like, oh man, I wish I could do something with these eyes. And I'm like, bing, leave it to me. I'll be right back. So I went there and I downloaded the STL files and then I made my own revert shells to hold the LEDs, um,
Hmm.
which was yellow and red because I wanted to include that scene in the Rise of Skywalker at the end. So when he turns to the Sith reading, his eyes go red. So I wanted that to be part of that feature. Um,
Hmm.
and it's just a real flip switch. It's just on a regular kill switch, so you could go from red to green, red to yellow at any time you want, and it has
Hmm.
a power button. I packed them up,
That
so I don't. I
cool.
would show you right now, but I packed them up, and they're ready to go tomorrow. So,
No, well, see, everybody can see them on your
oh
site
yeah,
anyway.
I have it posted quite a bit, and
Yeah.
I plan on making the
So,
same helmet myself. Actually, I downloaded the file, so I'm going to do the same exact thing, and I'd love that feature, and it was a great idea by him because without his idea, I would never have thought to do it this simple. Normally, I'm doing proppy boards and LED lights throughout the whole thing, and it's just like sometimes I go overboard. But you know what? I love a professional product, and I think it's worth the time to do it.
it really is. It really is, and especially if somebody can get so much joy out of it, right?
Oh yeah,
Um, I mean, for years to come, and enjoy the craftsmanship that goes along with it. And it's to say the least. When you have products that are out there, like I said, for I'm going to use the again the VCR as an example. You get a Chinese product, but the craftsmanship that goes into it as far as the mass production. Uh, but then when it becomes obsolete in a way that there are no more ways to use it, and you break it down and you repurpose some of those found parts, incorporate them into sabers, greeblies, anything that you make a DIY product can totally enhance that build immensely because no, I don't think many people, unless you're a do-it-yourselfer, I don't think a whole lot of people had the idea of breaking these things down and getting more joy out of taking something apart and recreating something new out of these parts. And so like now you have people making blasters, you've got the sabers with all of these greeblies, you've got all kinds of different products coming out, not only from Etsy but makers such as yourself. And I really come to appreciate people such as yourself because of the artistry that comes along with it. I mean, you don't just snap your fingers and it comes out. You you
no,
you
no,
you have to use your brain, and you think like, hey, you got to come up with a plan of action and implement that plan and see if it works. And if it
I couldn't have
works,
said it any better. Yeah.
yeah, if it works, it's like euphoria, right? And you
Yeah, and
know,
it takes, it's not 5 minutes. I mean, yeah, the idea might pop in your head for 5 minutes, but then, the rest of the time it's hours. It's hours of, oh, how am I going to fit it in there? How many LEDs should I use? What's the shadowing look like? And the LEDs, is it going to look the same? If I flip this around the other way, there's a lot of variables to building anything, really. I mean, it's
Hmm.
it's also trial and error too. But um, the education of physics and electronics and things like that really come into play. You know, um,
Hmm.
and not to say that everybody go out and get a college degree in physics and all this stuff, but if you have an imagination, you just apply the physics in your own way. In other words, you know what I mean. I'm not talking about a schooling physics. I mean a physics of how things should fit, and do
Right.
it to the best of your ability.
Hmm.
And
And
I
that's
and that's what I see every day. And the products that are coming out are incredible, man. Incredible.
do you ever think to yourself like, man, I finished this, and it's like I could add on to it, but I'm not going to. Or you're like, I can add on to it, yeah, but if I add on to it, it might not come out as good as I think it is. You know, I mean, you're always second guessing yourself sometimes, right?
That is the restraint problem that I have. Yeah, I like to load. I call it well, honestly, I call it loading up that burrito. 20 pounds of stuff in a 1 pound burrito. You know what I mean? It's you gotta get. I just because everybody loves it. Everybody loves to look at it and go, oh, look at that. Check this little piece out. Like crystal chambers, things like that. That catch the eye. Um, and I always try and put a crystal chamber, like I said last time, in everything that I get to either rebuild or build or install, or go from scratch because it's an attraction that everybody loves. And
Hmm.
Not only that, but I just saw Jedi Arms Dealer, right? His page, he's got those
Uh-huh.
beautiful removable crystals in his chambers. I just saw that
Oh my
today. Like
God.
I wasn't familiar with all his stuff, but I just looked today, and that is outstanding work.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Outstanding work. I was like, what? It's like so that much respect for that because that's beautiful work. I mean, I was blown away. That's the kind of stuff that, like I said, people love and enjoy and can use physically. You know.
Yeah, and did you watch a few of his videos? I mean, where he showed um he was able to he made a couple of sabers that you use a key fob to start up with.
Oh, I
Uh,
didn't see that yet. No, I haven't gotten that far. Because
okay.
well, number one, I'm always working, so it's hard for me to break away. But usually at night, I'll come back to reality and check out some of the videos. But I will further investigate some of that stuff because
Oh yeah,
it
and
was
you gotta
beautiful
check.
work. A really beautiful work. I love the brass around it. I love the crystal choice. I love how he did everything in there. It was really spot on. So very nice.
Yeah, that video that he did from the very time, the very first one that he made to, the updated stuff that he does now is
Yeah.
absolutely just mind-bending. Because, I mean, my God, the time that he took to engineer, from the first one to now, and just the little details that grew each time, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
the Luke Hero, right, Jim? Yeah, the Luke Hero is unbelievable, and not just the Luke, but I mean all of his stuff that he has done is just mind-boggling on how he does things. You should watch that thermal detonator one as well. Um,
All right, I definitely will. Actually, I got mine charging right here. It's not the metal one, but it's just a 3D printed one. But I loaded all the guts and stuff in there, and
oh,
it's
really?
pretty cool. But yeah, I really want to get the metal one. I think I deserve a little gift once in a while too for myself. So I just might go out and
Right? The
splurge
KR
on just
Sabers
the
one?
shell. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a real nice one, man. I have all the internals and stuff, but the shell is the shells of that's it. That's the whole thing.
Do you plan on do you plan on once you get it, do you plan on weathering it a little bit or
I
just kind of
don't
leave it?
know. I don't know. That's a hard question to answer. I'd have to see it, feel it out, check it
Uh,
out. I don't know. The other ones were pretty shiny. The ones were pretty fairly
yeah.
shiny in the movie, so I probably would leave it. Yeah.
I probably would I'm I want to get one as well. I mean, it's gonna take some time for me to get one, until I get a new vehicle and stuff. But um, once I get one, I think it's gonna be a very light. weathering bit. I mean, not just enough to feel. Looks like it got a little dust on it, and that's it.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
what'll help also is maybe just use acrylics because acrylics can wash right off, you know. Don't
Hmm.
use any of the the blackout or anything like that because it'll affect the metals. Unless it's clear coated, then you might have half a chance, but um which I don't know if it
Yeah.
is. I think it's raw metal. I think it is raw metal. So um
Yeah, I would just do it enough where it looks like a little bit of dust on it, and that's it. You know, he's
yeah.
carrying it on his belt,
And
and you got
yeah.
dust just kind of hitting it, and that's it. Just a
Yeah, that'd
little
be cool.
little slight dusty, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's pretty neat. It's just small. It's actually, it has the lipo battery and all that stuff in it, and 28 millimeter speaker in here. But the only problem with this board that I really had an issue with, and I don't know if anybody can chime in on this, but I've had a problem with sound. I just can't get this thing loud enough without, you know, drilling holes in somewhere to let the speaker breathe. And I wasn't really too happy on that. I wanted to find out if there's something in the config or if there's something that somebody's using to get the sound louder. But you could see this one
Hmm.
right here, and it's just 3D printed. But I'll show you inside that I had to make my own flip switch inside because
Oh
the
wow.
3D print. Oh yeah, it's all working, but I don't you can't really hear it. You could barely hear anything going on, so
Oh
the
yeah,
sound is
yeah, just
really.
barely.
Yeah, so I'm
Not
trying
there.
to work on that and figure out what happened with that. And it's
Hmm.
not the speaker; it's something that has to do with the sound of the board. But like I said, I don't want to vent anything. I just want to keep this nice. And then
Hmm.
inside, I did my own brass switch on the top. I made that with all copper. If you could
Oh
see it, I don't
wow.
know; it's hard to see. But I had
Yeah.
to make the
No.
connections because all their plastic stuff just keeps breaking. Every time I tried to do it, it just wasn't holding the switch properly. So like here is our example of reusing parts, reusing old stuff. And that's what I do.
Right.
So when you flip the switch, it connects to the brass on top of it. Now you can hear it
Hmm.
now.
Yeah, you can hear
And
tick
then if
tick
I
tick tick.
very little
Yeah.
bit. So if I try and let me click it, hold on. Oh, hold on. Trying to get it to sound off. Hold on. You see,
And
it's
what
just so
board do you have in
low
it?
that it's not. This is the actual explode board.
Really?
Yeah, this is the explode board. Now, I don't know. I bought two of these boards, so I don't know if it's a defect or I'm going to try another one. But like I said, I didn't call out to the community on this just yet to figure out if it's
Hmm.
if it's this as loud as it goes or if there's something else that I'm doing wrong.
Hmm.
But eventually I'll figure this out. But I like it as a display. It's pretty cool.
So you've done quite a few 3D print stuff lately, and does how much time does it take actually for some 3D printed parts to make? It depending on the size, right? Like if it's
Depending on
very
size,
small.
shape, style, how much infill. Do you want it smooth? Do you want it textured? Um, you know, different orifices everywhere. So it all depends on the design of what you're printing. Um,
Hmm.
I've been printing for I've probably been printing since I've had Mountain Sabers, so I'd say probably about 5 6 years now that I've been printing steady. Um, I'm upgrading on my systems. I'm upgrading one of my printers now so that I can go for larger platform stuff and work on some of my other projects that are laying in the background due to the build platform because it's not large enough. Well, it is large enough. Well, this one's an older machine, so this is
Yeah,
like I extended this thing to 400 by 400 by 500, and it's just everything is just outdated. So I'm done. I can't deal with that
yeah.
anymore. So I am going to upgrade. Um,
There you go.
but yeah, it depends. Like chassis usually take it depends 4 hours, 4.5 hours on a good good quality setting. Like I don't mess around, man. I don't want this thing to when as soon as he pulls the hilt out, it breaks and smashes on the floor. That's not happening. That
Right.
doesn't. None of that stuff ever leaves here without me making sure it's not going to break when it leaves. Which is the whole point.
Right. Exactly.
I like good
What
quality
is
prints. Good quality is important.
it? It's very important, and I think to our audience that really look for the quality and stuff. Um, in this day and age, you've got so many cons out there that make a product that just is total crap, and
Or
they
hasn't been
want,
tested.
or hasn't been tested. Yeah, and they're so quick to get that money from somebody, and it's like they don't care whether it works or not. They just want to get it out there and get that money,
Yeah.
and that hurts to give somebody a bad product. That old saying is, one bad apple can ruin the bushel. Well, it almost stands true at that point sometimes because you get a really honest person who buys a saber for the very first time or a 3D printed product, and it goes to crap because there's no testing, there's no quality assurance, there's none of that within the build process, and to let the customer know, hey, I'm giving you something good. Or there's no, like we discussed the last show, the communication process. I think the communication process is just as important because it is part of the quality control, right? Within the
Yes,
product itself.
it is.
And so if you're having trouble doing certain things, and if you're having trouble doing certain things, you got hey, you get that customer and you say, hey, dude, look, this is what's going on with it. I got a few bugs to work out. I'm letting you know what's going on so you can see that I'm working on it, and just be a little patient, but we'll work it out and I'll give you an update after this. That to me, that to me speaks volumes of the person and the quality of the product that I would receive, because when they say, "Oh shit, oh it'll be a little bit longer, but it'll be worth the wait," you know,
Yes.
and things happen.
Quality control is very important. I mean, it's and not only that, it's your customers are your customers are expecting that. So, like I
Hmm.
said before, nothing leaves here untested. Nothing leaves here bad. Nothing leaves here broken. Nothing leaves here like that. Now, if the parcel service decides they want to drop kick the package and see how far they can get it, that's why we have insurance. But what I'm doing lately now, unfortunately, because there's a lot of things that happen in this world, that trust is a very fine line. When somebody doesn't know you, my communication skills are for my clients are on the top always. They're always up here, above
Hmm.
the camera line because I can't afford them not to be happy. I can't afford them to get it. Oh, this is not what I asked for. I would never do that, of course. That's not
Right.
that's not the way I work. I work in ways that people are blown away with the stuff that I gave them, for not even expecting it. Sometimes I do that because I want them to feel awesome with that hilt. I want them to have the best thing they've ever had, and something different than somebody else. That's my goal, is to make sure that they get what they asked for and maybe more. Same thing with the sound fonts,
Right.
Same thing. If somebody has a problem with it, I can't get it to load. I don't know your style. I can't get the blade to load. Message me, email me. I will be right on it. And I always am. Within a day, I'm on that stuff and I get it finished. And that's how I roll. I don't mess around. And that should be
Yeah.
my slogan. I don't mess around, because that's what I tell everybody. I don't mess around. I don't like to mess around. I like to make sure. And if I don't know something, of course I'm going to ask. I'm going to research it myself and figure out the right path that I'm able to approach it with. Everybody's different, so we don't approach everything in the same level.
Exactly. See, somebody like me who's dyslexic, I mean, and when I first started out and I was looking at a lot of videos and checking and stuff, I would see some videos where I saw a few content makers, they're saying, I get this same question, hundreds of times and this and that. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and each time I do, these videos that people can say, hey, if you're gonna ask those questions, go and do your research first before you ask these questions, or go and look at these videos so you can see if somebody has the same question that you do have. And 9 times out of 10, your question will be answered in videos. You know. But if you can't find the answer within the videos, if you can't find the answer within the manual, if you can't find the answer within the forms, then go ahead and ask. You know,
Yeah.
but I mean, do remember that you know the content creators and all of the makers, whether they be font makers, whether it be chassis makers and so forth, they're happy to answer all of these questions just the same. But
And they are.
you know, they are just try not to jump in and ask these questions without doing something for yourself first, because
Absolutely.
that's the first line of learning this stuff. If you're actually be wanting to become an installer, if you're actually wanting to do builds yourself, and or maybe you started doing the builds and there's something that is going on that you don't understand and that you can't find the answer to, then go ahead. By all means, ask them, and they'll be happy to help you. But they're going to
Oh,
let you know
absolutely.
also, they'll let you know too that, hey, did you look this up? Did you look that up? Did you go watch this video? Because they're going to direct you to ways to find those answers first.
Yeah.
And for me, it takes me a long time to read something. But I tell you what, for those new people that are coming into it, if I can do this, there you can definitely do this. I mean, it
Yeah.
just perseverance. Make sure you're meticulous on all your stuff, and you can get it done. And especially if you
Oh, yeah.
find parts, and especially if you find parts to go on Greeblies or whatever have you will, I'm telling you, most people, if you watch, oh, it was Brian with the Smuggler's Room. I don't know if you've seen the Smuggler's Room on YouTube.
Mm-mm.
Brian is he is building a Star Wars room, in his house, and he does all of these Star Wars builds on his house, and he finds all of these different find parts, right? Um, he goes to craft stores, he gets foam, I think he was working on like a Millennium Falcon seating stuff. He's got panels. I mean, he's done all kinds of things for the Star Wars
That's how
universe.
that's how Lucas did it, didn't he not?
Yeah,
I mean, most of this stuff,
absolutely.
I mean, Graflex, there it is. I
A
mean, hello.
camera. It's a
Camera.
freaking camera. I mean,
And
they found and what is it? It was a race car kit for the X-wings. You know,
wow.
I mean, you hear about kit bashing on all of these YouTube channels for this and that, for Greeblies and this and that. Well, that's exactly what LucasArts did. It was a shit ton of kit bashing, and
Hmm.
the front of the X-wing fighters is actually a Formula One race car mixed in with different things.
Huh.
So it's really unbelievable how they come up with certain things. Um, Even some of the blasters on Star Wars,
Yeah.
like Han Solo's pistol blaster, right?
Yeah.
Iconic. That's a Mauser. I mean, it's a It's an iconic German gun. There
There it is.
you go. There it is.
Now, I wanted to get this working, but I'm gonna have to reprint it because this one is all glued. I just used this as a static model, but I know I did
Uh,
all of that with the handle and everything. It's all nice and printed. It's brown. You can't tell with this camera, but it's it's actually
yeah.
brown tone for the wood. I love this thing. It's so much fun.
And it makes it that much more enjoyable if you find things and really put some things together that look well together. And
Oh, absolutely.
as we discussed in the last show, like I said, and I should have researched it, but I've been too busy but to find that video. But like I said, there was a guy who went through junk garbage bins from hospitals and found stuff. He went
Yeah.
to lamp shops and found parts from there and put them
Hmm.
together for a static saber. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
like, my God.
I love this guy, the F-111. This was I have a lot of videos on this guy.
Oh, I need to watch them.
Oh yeah, I'm
I
on
need
my
to watch
YouTube
'em.
channel. These are all the for the blasters and stuff, and it's
That
just the
looks sweet.
standard blaster core files, and yeah. So I actually have a power button under here because the way this one's designed, this camera's so
Hmm.
opposite. I don't know what I'm doing. So like go right to the blast.
Oh, dude, look at that.
Yeah, and then if you tap it and hold the button, it'll do the stun. But I have to be on a preset that does it. So. So it
Oh,
just
dude,
has all the LEDs inside,
sweet.
and then if you tap it, it'll just go blur.
Oh, I hear it. Yeah, I heard it right there.
Hear it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
and I love that. And, and I have all the other LEDs going at the same time. I put LEDs in the cartridges and stuff because I just like the way that looked. Yeah,
That's
these are fun.
badass.
These are
Uh,
fun.
have you done a Mando blaster yet? Or not yet?
I have installed two sets of the actual Watto's Junkyards blasters.
Really?
Yeah, they're also on my channel too. You can go check those out. Those are
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
beautiful blasters. It's too bad you can't get them anymore. He's not making them anymore. But if somebody sells them,
Oh.
you better go grab one because they're not going to be around. I'm not sure if he is. I don't know. I could be wrong. So somebody in the chat may know. But
Hmm.
uh, as far as I know, he's not making them anymore. But they are absolutely beautiful and they're a breeze. They're really not hard to install, but you do have to be careful with some things.
Hmm.
But check out my YouTube videos on that, and
Definitely will.
you'll see them. They're awesome.
I'll probably after
I
the
mean,
show. I'll probably
it's
go
like you're
watch them.
really holding the real thing too. It's all metal and it's all raw metal. By the way, it's not clear coated or anything, so you have to be extra careful with them too. They'll scratch, they'll dent,
Hmm.
but they'll weather themselves basically.
Do you ever get some inspiration and look at the Star Wars encyclopedia books and think to yourself, like, damn, that could be something I could do? I don't have that one. I need to get that one. Hey, Titan, what's
Oh,
up, my friend? I need to get
this is
that
an
one.
amazing. It is beautiful. It's an amazing book, man. This one is great. The Book of Lists, a galaxy's worth of trivia and 100 lists in here. So it's
Oh,
amazing. Yeah, man. It's pretty cool.
I need to get that one because I'm going to step out of the camera here for a second, but you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
still
sure.
hear me because
I
I'm going
can
to
hear you.
pull out. Okay, good. Because I'm
Um,
going to pull out a book and like,
cool.
and
I'm gonna put my
so
blasters back because they're all falling down.
I've got two. I've got the
And I've
encyclopedia
got
that.
my Blade Runner blaster too, man. This thing is awesome. It's totally workable. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What is that one?
This is the dictionary, right? The Star Wars
Oh, get out
visual
of town now! Now I want that one.
and I've got the white one, which is the encyclopedia, which is double thick than this one. It's thicker than
Man,
this one, and I love the visuals in here. And jump to a couple of. I'm gonna jump to the lightsaber stuff, right? Look, it's
cool.
even got Han's blaster in there, right?
Oh, yes,
So it's got
that's
Han's
awesome,
blaster in there,
dude.
and
That
they
is like
show the
one of the best
visuals.
books.
Let's see here. There's your 3PO man.
Get out of town. Hey, can you still get these books, or is that something that
Yeah.
is like, yeah?
Do you have do you have a Barnes and Nobles by you or around you?
Probably can order it, right?
Yes, you can order it.
Awesome.
Um,
I'm gonna look into that.
let's see here.
I like that book. That is incredible.
Oh, it's phenomenal, man.
3PO
All of the
Centerfold.
different stuff. Oh, they even got a Vader centerfold, man. Look at
Damn. Oh, wow. That is an amazing book to
that.
have. I'm serious.
I
That is a
mean,
great book.
the visuals in it are unbelievable, man. Wait till you see the stuff
Wow.
for
I gotta check this
the
out.
blasters. You know, the stormtrooper blaster.
Man. So they give you some history in there too, right?
Oh, they do. They do. They
Yeah.
give you a lot of
Sure
history.
looks like it.
Not as much as the encyclopedia does. The
Hmm.
encyclopedia's got twice as much of this stuff. Let me see. I think the sabers
Jim
are at
says
the
get
end.
the ultimate revised visual dictionary if possible, he says.
There, yes, absolutely. I think that's
Hmm.
the one. So let me see here.
All right.
I'm pretty close to the
I really
city.
have to look this thing up now. What is yours called,
Uh,
or is there an actual name that I have to look it up?
yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
it's
cool, though.
Star Wars the Visual Dictionary.
Okay, Star Wars: The Visual Dictionary. The Visual
Hmm.
Dictionary. Okay. Wow,
Let me see. Where
this is
are
cool, man.
this?
The Visual
See,
Dictionary.
did I
Oh,
pass it up? I
okay.
think
Wow,
I
that's
passed it
not bad at all, man. Okay, so I know what I'm ordering.
up.
I love the reads. I love to see the photos. It all of that stuff is so classic, and also it could be part of some modern designs too as well. So,
Here we go
oh
with the
yeah,
saber.
there it is.
Uh
That
huh.
is awesome, man. They got a lot of stuff in there.
Oh, they do.
That's a
Yeah, I
nice
mean
big book.
it's absolutely good. I mean, look how big it is, man. I mean,
I
it's
I
bigger than
know. I
me.
was like,
Like my God.
yeah, that's amazing.
I mean,
Okay,
it's
well I
got
found it, so
blasters,
that's great.
droids, everything. Yeah, and it's pretty reasonable price for what you
It
get in
really
it.
is.
The
Yeah.
information you get in it. Oh yeah,
Now, is the
Reese. I mean,
revised
I do
is
too.
the revised different than this one, or is that because Jim said it get the revised one? So is that different than the one you have?
The revive. Yeah, I think. Um,
Whoop.
I
Okay,
think.
hold on.
Yeah,
You're
that's
back.
kind of
You're
weird.
back.
Okay. I think there is a revised one of this one because this one I've had for many, many, many years.
Okay.
And but like I said, I got the dictionary, the encyclopedia, and the encyclopedia has almost all of this stuff. Plus, I mean, the
Huh.
encyclopedia has all of the planets, all of the systems, all of your um, I guess
Oh, the
terrains from.
encyclopedia.
Yeah, the
You have that
encyclopedia
one?
has. Yes, it's in the house.
Good.
You know what? Let me go grab it real quick. I'm gonna step out.
Yeah.
Everybody can see all of this stuff from up here, and while you're talking to
Cool.
him, Charlie and Reese and Jim, y'all
Yeah,
talk
I
so much
think I
stuff,
have that one somewhere.
and
There's
I'll
one.
still be able to hear you guys because y'all can hear me, and I'll still be able to talk while I'm trying to get it. It's in a backpack because, like I said, I worked last night
Nice.
over a group home, and I end up taking the dictionary with me, and it's so funny because I'm sorry for the noise too, guys, because the Wife's watching the football game here as well. Watching the Dallas
Ah,
football game.
Sunday. Sunday
Yeah,
fun day.
Sunday. Sunday fun day. Let me see here. And anyway, so I took the book with me because I was looking at it. I was doing some stuff and getting some fonts together, trying to organize my fonts. Okay, so it's called Star Wars: The Visual Encyclopedia, and
Okay,
it is
visual encyclopedia.
thick.
Man,
Excuse me, and it is
all right.
very thick. So this thing, I kid you not, look how thick this thing is.
Oh wow. Wow.
Did we? Oh man,
Wow.
we lost some viewers here. Oh my goodness, it's all right.
That is amazing.
Okay, so oh my gosh, I mean, look at this.
Wow, that's a book, man.
And let me
That's
see
cool.
if I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump right to the lightsaber stuff in here, and the visuals in here again are just unbelievable. And they got Kenobis and quite a few of them in here.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Wow. Yeah, that's very detailed. It's pretty detailed.
Yeah, it's pretty detailed in there. I mean, it
Interesting.
is crazy,
Cool. Thanks for showing us that.
crazy.
Yeah, because I love to. I'm gonna pick those up. I want to read them.
And and you know what's really cool though, man, is you can see. Oh, I'm so sorry about the glare there.
No, I could see it. I think we could see it.
You
We
know
should be able
the
to.
the found parts that they have is pretty detailed right here in
Yeah.
terms. It describes the kyber crystals, the pommel, the hand grip, the controls, your blade length adjusters, the energy core. I mean, it explains all of this stuff, and it points things out. So it's a great book to have,
Yeah,
and I
that's
read
one
it
thing
like,
that most of the episodes, even the older ones, kind of lacked is that we never got to see them really go together. I mean, every once in a while you'll see the cartoon ones. They do the force, the force collaboration. They put it together, but we never really learned about it through the movies. I mean, now they're showing you in books, but I mean, when they had it, it was just there.
hmm
There is one that you like that's one that covers all the episodes. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that. So
oh
yeah,
yeah,
that's what
for
I'm saying.
sure.
Like the movies didn't explain it too much. I mean, and really the only crystal bleeding we've ever seen is from the acolyte, and that's not even a real crystal bleeding. That was from some other power that was
Right.
out of control. So I want to see the real way. I want to see when Vader gets down and dirty, and before he even changed his crystals to red. I want to. That's where I think we should be heading. And placing things that we've never seen before. You know.
Right. Hold on. Something's kind of weird here because Reese is saying that the live stream stopped on the Civilized Saber channel. Reese, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on, what happened, because it just I was gone for just a second, and then it's
It did
weird
glitch out
because
for a second, but that was before when you were showing the first book.
yeah, and it went right back to it. So I'm not sure exactly what happened, Reese. He was saying that it stopped on the Civilized Sabers channel. That's kind of
Hmm.
odd. I mean, because it doesn't show that the live stream ended on here,
Hmm.
or it didn't go to recording or anything like that. So that's
I'm not
weird.
sure.
Yeah. Hey, Jim. Okay, so Jim's sending me a few personal deals. Jim, if you get back on, it said it was removed because it violated YouTube guide. Oh crap.
What
That's
was that
why.
about?
The book. I
The
showed the book.
books?
I think so. I don't know why it happened like that. It shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't. I was giving credit to the authors, you know.
That's weird. I don't think we said anything out of the ordinary that would do that.
What
Hmm.
was the violation, Reese? Because I didn't. I mean, I haven't played any music,
Well, to be
and
honest with you, YouTube is working right now. Your channel.
yeah. And why would it be a violation of guides if I'm showing what the book is? I'm not saying it's mine or anything.
I don't
So
know. Well, your
there should
channel's
be
going. Your channel's rolling.
my channel's rolling. See, and that's why
Yeah.
I back it up. That's why I piggyback off. It didn't give you a reason, really? We're gonna have to talk to him about that because I mean,
Hmm.
there should be no violations at all. And we had over 12 people in here on on the
Yeah,
show
I'm not.
watching.
I'm not really sure why it would have done that either. I mean, showing. I don't know if showing a book is against the regulations. We might have to look that up. But anyway,
Yeah, I mean it shouldn't
interesting.
be, especially if I'm giving credit to to the book itself.
Hmm.
I mean, and I'm not, and I didn't say anything about it being mine.
Oh well, maybe we said where we can get it from or something, but I don't think so. I never said
Oh,
mentioned where we can get it. I said
I
just
did.
I said I can order it, but I didn't
Yeah,
say where.
well,
So
because I did say BNR.
oh, maybe,
Maybe that's why.
maybe. Well, anyway, let's
But
talk about
but
scrap
how?
parts.
Right? Let's talk about scrap parts.
We can't get in trouble talking about scrap parts unless they catch us.
Right? That's kind of idiotic, though. I don't
Uh,
understand that.
well,
I'll have to get space involved with this and find out have them find out what was exactly violated against because I don't play no music for that simple fact.
it didn't have anything about
See?
what it said about the book, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm not claiming that the book is mine and
Well, they may
I'm
investigate
not.
it and retract it. It could have been, and also you have to remember that they record everything you say, so you will, and if it's actually picking up a word or something, an algorithm could pop it off.
Uh,
We're up to that phase right now, everyone. So,
Jedi Arms Dealer is here.
hey, cool.
Woohoo! What
Am I
up,
am I
All
JD?
right,
am I in the right Saber show?
I
you
don't
are.
know. Are you?
Are you
Are
sure?
you?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like
I
it.
don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto.
What's up, guys?
What's
What's
up?
up, man? I'm glad you can join the show, dude.
Of course, of course. I always stick to my word. I said I'd be in here last weekend, or last week. So here I am,
The
enjoying it.
man playing. How you
What's up,
been,
Jay?
dude?
Good to meet you online.
Good to meet you too, man. I got to
Good.
compliment you on your beautiful removable crystals. I was checking out your site, and amazing, man. What a beautiful
Appreciate
work.
that.
That's beautiful work.
Appreciate that very much. Yeah, that's my retirement
Wow.
plan. Crystal Chambers.
Well, it's well worth it, man. I got to tell you, it's bravo, man. Bravo.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I like your stuff too, man. Well done.
Thank you.
What are we talking about?
How,
We are talking about found parts.
Cool.
And
Favorite.
well, I mean, you know me, anything goes just the same, dude. So, but
yeah.
one of the things that we're also talking about, because we're talking about the encyclopedias and stuff, but how anything that you find, like I was explaining earlier that I took apart a VCR to find, buttons and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And you can find anything anywhere for greeblies so in your lightsabers and all of that stuff. What is the craziest thing that you've actually ever found to put in a saber?
My favorite thing to take parts from or kit bash, as I think you were, because I was heading upstairs listening, um, is flashlight stuff. So believe it or not, this is like my favorite of the crystal chambers I've ever built. And this
Hmm.
has a small lithium battery in it. And I don't know if you remember when I did Daria's saber, you can pop the crystal chamber out and it's got a miniature lithium in it and it continues to work even after you pull it out of
Right.
the saber. So messing around with that idea, I designed this with a lithium battery in it and it's got a charge port right here. So this just sits on my desk, not in a saber or anything. And this is part of a flashlight right here. This
Hmm.
whole assembly right
Fantastic.
here is part of it. Already had the windows cut out. All I did was strip the powder coating off of it, or it might have been anodized with oven
Hmm.
cleaner, got it down to raw aluminum and polished it on my polisher and then etched it with the laser etcher, Arab etch. But I love taking stuff from flashlight parts. I don't know if that'd be considered the craziest, but that's my favorite type of thing to take parts from. But
Hmm.
I've been asked a lot, like on the groups and stuff on Facebook, where did you get that little, metal rod that goes up and touches the side of the crystal? And I can't tell you half the time I've taken apart TVs, VCRs. I mean, just like you, Mundo, I just dive in and completely tear things down to like their tiniest parts, and I don't even know what the parts are called. But I'm like, oh, yeah, amazing in a crystal chamber. So
Oh
yeah, I
yeah.
guess probably the craziest thing
Well,
would be like
What
some
happened here?
stuff.
we slipped. You flipped.
No, we flipped. Yeah, but are we back on the
We're on. I'm
um
on. I can hear you guys.
Yeah, we're good.
I can hear y'all too. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on
Yeah.
with this YouTube thing, man. It's crazy.
Stream
Ooh,
Yeah. Everything's
StreamYard's
working.
messing with us.
Yeah.
StreamYard wants to learn about lightsabers.
right? We've never been violated before, and now they all of a sudden they want to stick it to us.
Right?
Oh,
StreamYard,
jeez.
damn you!
The
We're gonna
rebellion.
teach you about Saber StreamYard, and then we will not get violated by YouTube anymore.
That
Man, we
should
had
be. It
about
should be good.
oh, it's gonna be awesome, man. I mean, from what I understand, I mean, having these found parts and finding all kinds of things going onto your sabers is such an awesome feeling when everything works together as well, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
have y'all checked any of the some of the new sabers that are coming out, like from Solos and Benji's, Nerf Herders
Oh
Oh
yeah.
sabers?
yeah. Those guys are
Oh
doing
my
great work.
God,
Yeah. They look
my
Really
amazing.
God,
good work.
Yeah. That's like I said, artistry. It's the artistry. It's what you're visually seeing, and then you just do it. If you can
hmm
supply those parts, those spare parts, scrap parts, you can make it.
Yeah, I actually picked up
yeah,
the Raxus recently. Corbanth was having a sale, and
really.
I picked up Jeremy's Raxus. That thing is so sick with the
Yeah.
stained steel, all the
Hmm.
heat blued steel. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I think it might be my new favorite Star Killer,
I
and I've got a bunch of
think
Star Killers.
eventually I want to pick one up, but like right
Yeah,
now I have to wait.
let's see.
I'm hoping. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, you know what? I just realized what the weirdest thing is that I found. That's a found part. So I was trying to find an LED assembly that would go in here that would continue to work with the remote control for Darius Saber, right? And so when I hit the
Hmm.
remote control, I can change the colors of the inside of this chamber. Got the wrong side going? Yeah, there we go. Red.
Oh, sweet. See,
So that
Yeah.
this is
That's
that's
a
what I'm
great.
talking
remote.
about.
So this is a remote control 3 LED array in there. And I was like, where am I going to find something like that? And so I was looking online, and believe it or not, they make these little tea lights that come in a plastic casing. And there's like 3 of those coin-sized batteries stacked on top of one another that go in these things with a rubber seal, and you screw it together. It's got a plastic top, plastic bottom, and they're waterproof. And they're for like wedding receptions. So people have like vases of flowers on the tables for their wedding receptions, and you take these waterproof remote control little LED discs with batteries in them, and you throw them in the
Hmm.
water, and they sink to the bottom, and you can light up your flower arrangements from underneath. And I was like, that's what I'm doing in this. So I just took
That's
the
awesome.
PCB, like I stripped all the plastic off of it, and I took the PCB and wired it in here to the lithium, and that was it. And then the charge port. So that's probably the
It's so
craziest thing
tiny.
I've
That's
ever
how it could
used.
fit in there. It's so tiny, you know. It's great. You
Yeah,
take all the plastic off.
exactly. It's like the size of a quarter. I was like, this is
Yeah.
perfect for this. So that's how I did Darius Saber. Was with
That's an
the
awesome
with the
idea, man. And it's right
wedding
there.
reception. Yeah. They're cheap. They're like a couple bucks a piece on eBay for these little
Yeah.
wedding reception LEDs that you can, when they come with a remote control and everything. They're like $3-4 from China. I was like, that's crazy. So that's probably the craziest thing I found.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Pern. Earlier in the show, Pern. Yeah, I have to admit, sorry, Pern, that I didn't see your thing until just now, man, because
Let me check
probably
out
of the
these.
little glitches that were going on, and when I was showing some stuff from the book and everything there. But he was like, "Oh, the 3PO centerfold."
Yeah.
That's probably
That's
what
pretty good.
happened, man. We got dinged. We got dinged for the 3PO centerfold.
Oops. Yeah, I popped it up there. That's crazy.
Yeah. I guess that probably is the case. I guess. Yeah.
It happens quick.
Yeah.
I wonder why, though. I mean, I mean, it's nothing bad. I think probably the word centerfold is what happened.
Well, damn. That means that I'm to blame too, because I showed a book too. Oh man.
That's wild.
Well, we just
That
got.
is wild.
Yeah.
So
All
you
right,
guys
I'm
think
just gonna
from
be
a
like,
Okay.
you see this
visual?
book? I'm gonna be like this. You see this book?
Right? Like, how are people supposed to learn anything if you don't show them what's
That's
available?
crazy. Yeah.
Right? I mean,
I guess on
we're
I
not
guess on
taking any credit for it,
a free channel that doesn't do the things that they do. I guess that's what you have
right?
to go on. You
Yeah,
know?
that is weird because it's not monetized. So that doesn't make much
Yeah,
sense.
exactly. It's not only that it's not monetized, but also, I'm not claiming that I had any work to do with the book at
Yeah, it's
all.
kind of weird.
So,
Hmm.
that's crazy. And we had a big amount of people watching the show. We
Okay,
had
wood and
over
metal, wood and
over
metal.
13.
Check it out.
Wood metal.
This is my staff. I don't know if you can see it. This is the first staff that I ever built. It's metal and it's wood. And this electronics in here I'm going to change out because it's the actual original LGT in that thing. And it is sounding absolutely horrible. But I did all this. So yeah,
That's
I just
badass.
made it so it could look damaged and everything, and it still lights up. Check it out. Wait.
What's in the window?
What's in the window? The window is
Yeah.
showing the electronics. There's no crystal or anything,
Cool.
but guess what? There will be when I
I like
change the
that.
electronics. Yeah,
Showing off.
this is like that old, like you got to hold the button for like a million zillion years until the thing actually comes on. And I don't know what's going on. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I had that purple because it was part of a plan that I never got to finish. But
Mhm.
these are just RGBs in there and the
That's
switch.
badass.
But yeah, like you were saying, like in the window, I think I'm going to do
Yeah.
the crystal chamber. But you could see that's the gyro right there, and it has not much of a gyro on this thing, man. It's terrible,
Mm.
but it actually still works. But I love
That's
this thing.
LGT's first board.
This is the original, like one of their first boards that you can't do anything with it except press buttons and hope you get land on the right thing, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And,
And to upgrade it.
yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm going to do next on this. But I love this thing because it has the blend of wood. And I actually turned this, by the way. I actually have a wood lathe, and I turned
Oh
this out.
wow. Nice
Yeah,
work.
so I'm actually, this is a piece of actual, core wood that you would buy, and
Very
I
cool.
wrapped it with
Oh, that's sweet.
rope. Yeah, it's pretty neato. I love this one.
Better be careful.
Change it over.
Genji or Chewbacca might steal it from you.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I hope not. Who knows if he's going to get a staff, right? You never know.
You know,
But I just,
have some of these characters, right? You would think if that, like, if Chewbacca hadn't had his crossbow, would he actually have a wooden saber staff if he was a Jedi, right? Or a
Hmm.
Sith?
That would be
Can you
something to
imagine that?
think about.
Right?
Yeah.
What kind we know what Ganji's saber looks like, right? As he was a youngling and he got his saber and the wood and it looks amazing and everything. But what would be like the way Chewbacca's would look like if that would be crazy, right? Just to go out in the woods and find a specific tree to make his saber with. That would be
That,
freaking amazing. Maybe even
well,
gorgeous.
that's funny you're bringing this up, Mundo, because when Barbara and I went to Hawaii many, many, many years ago, there was this guy on the side of the road selling all these different like hand wood carved things, and he had
Hmm.
this staff. I don't know, it's about this long, about that big around, and it had a tiki face with the eyes cut out. And I was like, man, if I had a wood lathe and a way to hollow that out, I could make like a tiki saber. And I
Ooh.
almost bought it, brought it home, and I was like, I want to see if we'll shop around and see if there's other makers that make one. I never found another one on the island. I was so bummed. So I regret not buying
Whoa.
that. Like the eyes would have lit up in the tiki face, and with
Dude,
the
that would have
blade.
been epic.
I
That would have
know,
been
man, a tiki
epic.
saber. I wanted to convert that bad. That would have been a found part.
Oop, I dropped my other thing. I also did this one too. I made my own gunji. I spun this too. But I also carved this
Oh,
out.
did you?
I don't know, it's kind of
Oh,
hard to
look
see
at
it. Yeah.
that.
Oh,
But see,
yeah.
I added, this is actually metal grating. I know the camera sucks, man, but this is actually metal grating on here that I
Nice.
got.
Hmm.
Reused
screen.
parts. Remember, this is the whole topic of the show. Reused parts.
Yeah,
Look at this.
exactly.
Guess what? You'll never guess what this stuff is.
Speaker
And I have the
grip.
hole for the button.
Speaker
No.
grill?
No?
It is actually an
No.
old 1950s heater grill.
Dude.
Yeah.
You
and
know
this
that's
is
not
just
gonna
little
melt.
plastic little no.
That's not
This
going
is
to melt
great.
from
I
the
love
saber plasma.
Yeah,
Right?
right. Yeah, well, we hope not. But it is on the outside, so it keeps his hand. It'll keep his fur from burning, I would assume, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's
not
very
installed
cool.
yet, though. But I just wanted to do that because I had some wood inventions.
Bring it on,
That's very
man.
cool.
Oh, those are fun. I love those. Yeah.
That's the whole
And you
point
said
of it, is to have
flashlights
fun
too.
with that
Yeah,
stuff.
you said flashlights. So the ones that I'm working on are the maglite ones, but I'm going to start to tear into those a little more. I'm going to start to detail them and cut into them and give them some exposure because there's so much that I could do with them, and I already have the chassis kits for them and everything like that. So I'm going to continue that
Laser etch 'em.
process and get those going. Yeah.
Yeah,
Laser
I
etch
found
'em?
the smaller flashlights because they come anodized, and so I can put them in the laser etcher and etch right into the anodizing
I know.
Arabish
That's
or
so
whatever,
awesome.
details. It's right out of the box. Like that's why I love flashlights. They're really
Yeah.
cool.
Dude. I
And the
had
old
found
ones too,
one.
because the old ones have such great internals. I mean, they actually have that vintage look to them, and you can use a
Yeah.
lot of those parts for things.
Yeah. Yeah, the tactical ones do come with some pretty crazy stuff. Let me go grab
Oh yeah.
one. I'll be right back. I got one. I'll show you
Oh
guys.
yeah.
That'd be cool, man. See? Oh
Scrap
yeah.
parts,
Oh,
man. Scrap parts.
and I made me a flashlight scrap tech, dude. Yeah.
Hey,
That
this
would
thing
be
is.
an interesting.
If you find your niche, man, if you find something that you could just roll them out and do them, that's the way to go. I mean, it's.
Right?
I started on these because I thought they were cool, and I had one forever, and I just said, "Oh, let me make some chassis, and I'll see if I can just do a very simple, not so it's gonna, cause issues or not be able to learn the system, but to do it real
Mhm.
easy."
This is one I was going to use in a DV6, but like, I mean, look at this. It's like ready to
Oh
go.
yeah,
there's
Oh yeah.
your speaker chamber. I haven't done anything to this. And so,
Damn.
yeah, it's like ready to
That's
go. Just need
perfect.
some etching, and you cut these. There's the Ultra Fire logo, so you got to cut this out. Make
Are
a
those
crystal
buttons, or
chamber.
is that just a plate?
It's just a it's just a plate. It's just been like.
Too bad you can't make that
with...
a swing plate for the buttons. You know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open it up as a window. Oh, that's a good idea.
Nice.
Actually, that's a great idea. I was gonna open it up as a big window and put the crystal chamber in here.
Oh, that's a great idea.
But yeah, you can find these like, you know, $9-10 in from China, eBay, AliExpress. They're just tactical flashlights.
And that's a perfect size too. You know what I mean?
Exactly. This slides right into the DV6. It's crazy.
Wow.
I love it. Yeah. That'll save you some time.
That's great. Wow, man. Yeah, that's like scrap parts, you know? It's like you pick what you use, and if it fits, it's great, you know?
Yeah.
I tell you, I mean, that's the whole point. That's the whole point of
that Hallmark flashlight that I made, that Hallmark one, I had to make a sleeve for it so that the chassis wasn't like, you know, 4 inches thick. You know, you pull it out, you're like, oh, it's a baseball bat. No, I don't want that. So I made an insert, you know, and then you put a 2-inch chassis in it, or a 1.5 or something in there, so you don't have to, you know, have all that extra girth that's in there.
Right.
It's I love doing that.
That's hilarious. I tell you, my visual in my head with that, what you just said, pull it out and use a baseball bat. Like, okay, shit, the saber don't work, damn it! Come on, let's hit.
What kind of batteries you got in that thing, man?
Right. Oh my god,
I'm sorry, but that home art is a little phallic. It's just a little phallic, but it's a really cool, sleek looking lightsaber now. It really is, man. It looks, and he's very happy with it, and I'm super happy that it came out good.
Nice.
That's too funny.
A bit off topic, James. I'm curious, why Mountain Sabers? Maybe you guys covered this in a previous episode. I'm curious.
Oh, I see your stuff out there. Easy choice. It's an easy choice. I'm 5,000 feet up, and I'm in the mountains.
Where are you at?
He's in Cali.
Yeah, I'm in California mountains.
Really? Which ones?
Mm-hmm. Which ones? I'm located. I'm south of San Bernardino's, and I'm.
Oh, okay. You're not too far away then. I'm North San Diego.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm in between. I'm in between Palm Springs and Temecula. So
you're really close, actually.
Yeah, I live in a town called Anza. It's a very, very rural, small, amazing little place. It's
very cool. I take
small towns are awesome.
Up to Lake Elsinore like all the time when the weather's nice.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, maybe one day we should just hook up, man, and swing some sabers around. I would definitely enjoy it. That'd be fun.
You take them out on the boat.
Even better. Even better.
Cool, man.
Yeah, that's cool. I love it here. Yeah, I've been here 22 years, and
wow.
Yeah, I've spent a long time in the mountain air. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Very cool. I've been wanting to get into some like light SUVing type of thing. I got a Montero, and so I always wanted to meet someone that knows what's up with the mountains, because I've been here 10 years, but I haven't done much like light off-roading and stuff. Every once in a while.
The trailing. Wow, man! You have what kind of a truck? You have a Montero, a Ranchero, or
it's a Mitsubishi Montero 4-wheel drive.
Montero, okay, yeah. Because there's a whole bunch of groups and clubs that come up here, and they got Jeep clubs, and there's about 20 to 30 Jeep clubs that pass through the neighborhood, and they go through the trails up here, and there's so many places to go. Yeah,
that sounds like heaven, man.
It's amazing, man. Yeah, it's nice and quiet too, so I can concentrate and do things that we need to do. And the town's small, so it's a good focal point to be this rural.
Cool.
Yeah, you gotta love small towns because the quietness. You can't beat the quietness.
Yeah, coyotes. Everything you can hear them. Everything is out here. It's pretty cool, man. I chose it because I like the outdoors. I love the mountains, and hopefully I'll be doing some more videos outside. But this year has been nonstop, stuff in the shop. So I want to eventually spread my wings a little bit and get out there. So
yeah,
and that's what this guy's going to be all about, man. Very soon. I'm not mentioning what it is. It's a candy jar. Sorry, I don't want to...
everybody knows what it is. Yeah,
the candy jar. You know what I mean? So we don't want to get struck and stricken.
I picked up
Hey Reese,
super.
see if Reese, if you're still listening, man, see if it shut down completely, or are we able to just jump back on it or whatever, you know?
I noticed the chat's not moving. Is that what's going on, Mundo? I'm not
Yeah,
seeing
It's not
any
moving
more
on this
chat.
one.
because apparently, well, because what Reese said that we the guidelines, apparently we had a
They won't
ding.
wait.
Hmm.
Darth Reese just said good on your channel 710, so he was able
Yeah.
to post something. Okay.
It's good on the
Yeah,
channel.
it's good on my channel, but
Yeah.
for Space's channel, it stopped. So I don't know what
He might have
happened.
a selection. He might have something on there that he he might be it might be in his settings or something like that. But I'm sure that it was
Yeah.
probably the books.
Because you showed the Darth Vader book? Is that what it is? Is
Probably.
that what you- That's
I
some
mean,
intelligent AI. Damn.
Yeah.
Only
yeah,
Darth
because
only
And
Darth
then I
Reese
love
is
these things,
commenting.
man. Did you guys see these things? These things are awesome. I love these. I built these a while ago. These were those. I built the 3D printed. What these are,
hand.
it's like 3D. Yeah, the hand, the
Oh,
actual
nice.
memorabilia. And what I did was I just lit up. I lit up the crystal. Oh, it was already on.
Oh, so it's holding the crystal. Yeah.
It's holding the crystal. Boy, these cameras are terrible.
Oh,
See, I
dude,
have
look
the
at
Wow.
base.
that.
The base is
Look
on,
That
at
and he's
that.
holding the crystal.
now are the
I'm
Dude.
trying to
LEDs
get
in
it
the
in the right spot.
fingers?
Yeah.
How did you do? Dude, that's
What?
a kick-ass lamp.
Isn't that
Right?
awesome, man?
That's
And
amazing.
Dude,
Well
that is
guess
done.
what?
amazing.
So what I like to do with this is I made it as like a music player, as like a like just an ambiance kind of thing,
Yeah.
And look, he's got the hole in the back of his hand when they shot him, on the boat,
Look at
on the
that.
barge.
That's so cool.
Dude, that
Yeah,
is sick.
isn't that
Luke's
cool?
That
crystal,
is sick.
which is
Yeah,
actually
and
Qui-Gon's
this was
crystal,
is it?
right?
Oh, it's the green one.
That's what I've always heard. That the biggest
Hmm.
theory is it's Qui-Gon's crystal. He got it from
Well,
Obi-Wan.
hell, I'm gonna have to look up
Luke
that.
did.
I'm gonna have to find out.
Yeah. There's
So
some
I
videos
have
out
all
there.
those. Those are. I love this thing. This thing is really cool. But
That is very cool.
what I did was I think I topped that and I did this one. I don't know if you could see here. I'm going to turn on a light.
Oh, heck
This is
yeah.
the Vader hand.
It's
Wow.
snap.
Look
I
at
put my
that.
hand in the molds. You have those like plaster
Uh-huh.
molds.
Yes.
So then you get to pull your hand out. So I made it in lava. I put him in lava, and then when I turn this guy on,
That is so cool.
let's see if I hope the battery didn't die, because that would be really terrible. It might have died. Well, anyway, the crystal lights up red, and you could see that.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
that
I'll
is
change the battery
sick.
real quick. See, because I just have it on the base, the little grate, so that I could just change it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'd love to
great.
put it. I gotta put a battery. Oh yeah, there's no battery in this because I was showing it. I want to show you this red crystal, and they have the Vader painting on this, which is really cool, man. I mean, it is super fun. Let me see if this one will fit. This one's not gonna fit.
It's like Vader's bleeding the crystal on that.
Yes, and what I did was, whoops, my candy dish
dope.
is gonna fall over. Yeah, see, and I just made the grills and everything. These got 31mm speakers on the bottom, so they can put music in it and just like have it sitting on your desk,
Very cool.
And the wiring is not, is not as neat as I'd like it to be, but it's pretty cool. I'm trying to get this battery out. Boy, I really made these things good, didn't I? Wow. It'll never come out of there. Because it's upside down, so I wanted to make sure that they don't, flop out or anything like that. But I love this
Reese,
Vader
we're
one.
gonna
This
be
was
on here
my
longer.
favorite. This was my favorite one. I'm sorry. 2 seconds and I'd be right on. I won't even bother with the bottom.
Oh, you're good. Take your time.
This. So.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
Look
So
at
You got
that.
I see you got like lava coming up around the outsides too.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah, man.
and it just glows.
Dude.
It glistens. Hold on, let me turn the light off. Wait. Then you get the real effect. It's pretty cool. So it just glows like
Wow.
lava.
Oh, dude.
So it's just it's
And
one LED strip around, and then I just have the finger going through there. And he plays music, and he's breathing right now, so you hear his breath from the machine. And I have clashes and things like that, and then
You
force
should
oh my
probably.
God.
force
I
things.
gotta ask. Are you planning on doing a
Yeah,
run of this? That's freaking awesome.
I would love to. Yeah, I've had to actually put out there, and I said if anybody would like me to do these, I don't actually have it on my site right now, but I did offer to make them if
Yeah.
anybody wants one, and I have all the
Ooh.
files for everything. So
One of
Sure enough.
each, man.
you can
Just
hear,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
that, dude. Oh,
Yeah, that's awesome.
dude.
I
And
love
there's
the
all kinds
lava
of
around
quotes.
outside.
There's also, yeah, I love that, man. It's so much fun. Oh yeah, I'm into definitely making these. These are real easy. And it's heavy, so I had to beef up the base a little bit because it's a mold, it's plaster. So, but he's
That was
really
like
cool, man.
Anakin's hand just before it went under the lava after Obi-Wan cut his arm off. It's like,
I mean, yeah, and he grabbed his crystal out of the chain, grabbed his crystal out of the saber, and the broken one with the empty one.
that's so cool.
Oh, I love this thing, man. It's so bad, so badass. And I used this for the memorial too of James Earl Jones. I put that on as my candle so that we can remember him. And it was pretty cool.
Barbara and I are watching The Big Bang Theory again. We just got
Oh yeah,
episodes with James. Oh my gosh, that one with James Earl Jones is classic. I
Oh,
freaking love
dude,
he
it's
that.
is amazing.
hilarious.
He's such
He's
a cool
amazing.
guy, man. Yeah, he is.
And if you watch the older movies that he was in, it's unreal. I mean, even the plays that he was in, wow. I mean, he's a super actor.
Yeah. I've always
Absolutely,
wanted
dude.
to find like old movies that are not Star Wars with his voice in it and cut up the
Mhm.
vocals and try to make like new Vader quotes from
Yeah.
like
Oh,
old
dude.
movies. Stuff you've never heard before where he almost sounds like Vader.
The
'Cause
Sandlot.
like,
That would be. I wanted to do that too. I was trying to find it, and I found the. It was that one movie when he was a military general, and in his later years,
There
I
you
forget
go.
which movie that was, but he started talking about flying. You got to fly in here. You got. Oh, was it Red? Was it Red October?
The
Might
Hunt
have
for
been
Red
Red
October? Was he
I'm
in
not
it?
sure.
Red October.
I don't know. Maybe. No, actually, no, that wasn't it. I don't believe that was. But
There's
I'll
got to
remember
be
it
some
again.
samples where you can chain some
Mhm.
stuff together and like make new Vader quotes. All you have to do is put the breathing in the background and it's on.
That'd be so awesome.
Especially if anybody hasn't gotten those quotes yet either.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Well, there's so much out there. You can. Yeah, it would be a nice project to do. It'd be fun.
And see, that pertains to found parts as well. And it doesn't have to be, parts for sabers, so to speak. I mean, you can find snippets of sound, sound stuff.
Yeah.
And that's a found part
Oh,
in itself.
absolutely. This is my remote. I love
Uh,
this guy, man. He's so cool.
One of my neighbors has got a 3D printer, and
Oh, there we go.
Oh, damn.
He 3D printed me the white Death Star. Oh, dude, look at that.
That's very cool.
Isn't that awesome? I love this guy, man.
Can I ask what kind of
two
board you put in it?
Oh, it's a
Did you
Profi
put
board
it-
in here.
Okay, I was like, when you swung it on, I was like, that's got to be a Profi.
Oh yeah. Well,
Nice.
TFX and all the other boards have the gesture controls.
Yeah.
But I did this so that you could see he's shooting from
JAD
different.
from Profi Wizard.
Yeah, I
he's
figured it was a
shooting
Profi
from
because
different
you've got a
places.
bunch of programming going on in that thing.
Oh,
A little more challenging with CFX.
It's not too bad. It's really not too bad. I think the hardest part was making all the modifications to hold the lighting. That was the hard part.
Yeah. That looks great.
Yeah, this thing's got, and it just woo. And I made the charging station too. I got this on. It was a Thingiverse model. I modified it a little bit, so I modified the base so that it can hold the the power. So when you push this down, the model
Oh,
goes into the charge port,
there you
and I
go.
have these little blocks to support it so that the springs don't go down, and then it'll just be a stand so that this doesn't go inside the model.
Dude,
And then what I did
That's
was just put
cool.
a plug
gee,
there. Yeah, it's
that
pretty
that is
cool.
some great work,
That's
man.
very cool. I've always wanted to figure out how
Yeah.
to charge a Saber with the new wireless technology, like
Oh yeah.
iPhone's using
hmm
with the mag charger.
Yeah.
One day
Same. It's the same
I want
thing
to
as
work
that.
on that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
it's the
great
same
idea.
thing as that.
Oh wow.
The only recommendation that I would say with those magnetic things is be careful what gets in between them. Like any
Yeah.
metal shavings, anything like that, you got a loose
Oh
wire, so
yeah.
it's going to go right between that
Zzz.
magnet. It's going to fry everything. Ask
Well,
me
no, I
how I
meant
know.
the wire, like the mag circle on the back of an iPhone, the wireless ones. Like
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
see what the
because you can
wireless
buy
one is.
you can buy this part now, that both
Oh,
sides of
okay.
it. And so if there was a way to like make this fit in a Saber, you could totally pull it off, or you just set your Saber on the stand and it starts charging. I
Oh,
want to dive
yeah.
into that too.
That's
Like
yeah. That really is something that should be looked into for sure because
they're
man,
on Amazon
plugging
and
these things
Yeah,
together.
because
AliExpress. The
because you
charge
just
part.
sit your saber right up there, and
Boop,
Yeah.
it's
done.
standing up on a
It'd
little
probably be
thing, and
slow.
oh man, jeez.
But
Yeah.
overnight, it would probably do it eventually. Yeah.
Well, they're doing a through blade charging, so I mean that you could do that too. But it's like it would be really
True.
cool to get wireless. That'd be that's the way to go.
You just set it on the stand and forget about it. That would be super cool.
I know it. I know it. Hey, it's just what they probably incorporated one of these things because it's round and it's right there, and if the
Right.
range is good, then
Yeah.
you could do it.
Yep.
I love sitting in it. She just sits right there, and it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I want
No, I
that. I
love
want that
doing this.
Vader hand. Put that on
Hey
your
man,
site,
if you
man.
want it, I'll make you one. Absolutely, man. It's no problem. I have all the platform for all my builds, and I would just have to get the model kit. Got the glove. Everything's there.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
For
I figured I'd
sure,
try
man.
that mold because the mold was cheap. So I figured, I want to do something different. Like just a different little added desktop thing. You can put it on your desk and forget about it. Turn it on. Put any kind of music you want in it, and there you go.
Dude, that's an
Smooth
epic build
nightlife.
in itself, man. It's
Yeah, the
epic.
fact
I mean,
now, did you make the mold with plaster or like the kind of
Yes.
rubbery stuff that cures?
No, it's
Plaster?
plaster. It's heavy.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
okay. Nice.
it's heavy.
Dang.
Yeah, it's hard as a rock, and I was, it started chipping a little bit in the beginning, and I was just like, that's how I got the lava idea because when I pulled it out, I didn't want to break all that stuff off of the hand. So I said,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Let me figure this out because the bucket was that size. So I said, okay, well, I'll just build a base around it and make it look like
Right.
lava.
And you 3D printed the base?
I 3D printed the base, the feet,
Nice.
and all the internals. Yeah.
Are you
wow.
designing your own stuff in like Fusion or something? Are you finding
I
like
am.
found
I'm using
parts?
3D CAD. I'm using CAD, CAD software and stuff like that.
Nice.
I have a few different ones. I got well, I did some stuff in Blender. I do one the Autodesk I have.
Yeah,
And then I have some
I'm
online
learning
CAD
Fusion.
program.
Fusion's
Fusion's
it's
pretty
taking me.
damn good.
Yeah, I like it. It's user friendly for
A
sure.
lot of people are doing Fusion now. I'm not on it yet. Number one, I don't really like the extra price tag. I like my software because it's free and I could do just about everything I need to do on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm just using the free version, just kind of tinkering or
Oh, okay.
making my own parts.
Yeah.
Simple parts
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah. The Autodesk for me is great.
Agreed.
Go ahead, Mundo.
I said I got the free Fusion 360 program, but my laptop can't handle it.
Oh,
I'm gonna upgrade my laptop eventually.
yeah. The graphics are a torture chamber for
Yeah,
that stuff.
on
You
the
really have to have a
processor.
good processor.
Yeah, my processor's total crap, man. I can't even run the SaberTech stuff for the Golden Harvest boards on there,
What? You can.
Yeah.
What OS do you have? What operating system? You should be able to.
Absolutely.
Um, Well, because I asked him it why because what happens is that when I put it on and I get to the point where it says, "Are you here for play or here to do this?" And to play around, I push the play around, and it just goes in circles, circles, loading, 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 and it never goes
Mm,
through. And then if it does go through, it crashes immediately.
wow.
So I asked the creator. Damn it, I forgot his name, and I apologize. Um, uh, for gosh, I'm having a senior moment. Anyway, I asked him on the channel, and he said that yeah, not every laptop it's going to work for. So you're going to
Hmm,
have
hmm.
an updated laptop that can uh, process a lot faster. And I believe I have like an NVIDIA or something, but it's not even.
Is it Windows
It's
10?
old.
Oh, okay. That might be it.
Yeah, I've got a Windows 10.
Huh. It
Oh,
should
that
run it.
should
That is
Yeah.
really
weird.
work. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but it depends on your graphics card and stuff and your drivers and all that other stuff. If it's updated, try an update. Try Windows Update. That might help.
Yeah, no, all my drivers are updated. It still
Yeah.
won't do it because I've done all of
Mm,
that. I even replaced the screen. Now I have
wow.
not updated my graphics card, and maybe I should um do
Well, did
that
they
and
give
see
you
if
a
that
base?
works.
Did they give you a base application settings on what the lowest, the minimum is, the minimum requirements?
Yeah, and it still didn't work even after all of that.
Hmm, hmm.
So,
Yeah, they should definitely
dang, I'm not
suggest a
exactly.
minimum requirement on that.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why it's not. I mean, it gets to the point where it crashes, but
Hmm.
it's been a long time coming for a new laptop anyway. So hopefully, maybe next year or the year after, I can get one. Right
Yeah.
now, um, you know, things are going on, and I gotta get a new truck first. That's most important. Right now, my truck's in the shop, so
Hmm.
it just keeps knocking me down, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get you running, and then we'll see about that.
Is that one you posted a while ago? That same truck?
Yeah, same
Yeah.
truck, and now it got to the point where it's
The ranch
overheating,
truck?
and yeah, the ranch truck,
Yeah.
and it I was coming home and I didn't even realize it. I heard a noise. I was like, damn it, I got a flat tire. I stopped. Nope, no flat tire. But coolant went all over my engine. It just spewed
Oh,
coolant
you
over.
heard the pop. Yeah.
Yeah. And so my engine started overheating and I just drove like a bat out of hell to get home as fast as I could so that I wouldn't get
Yeah.
stuck on the highway. You know?
Huh.
And I dropped it. Luckily I was able to get my mom's truck for work and stuff, which is what I've been using for this last week and tomorrow. And hopefully the shop will get it fixed up for me at least. Uh, I don't care about the AC. I can deal without the AC right now because the weather's getting cooler. So I can deal
Yeah.
without the AC. Just get me running, damn it!
All
Just get me running.
Well,
right, I
hey
got
guys,
another one for you.
I just heard the dinner bell, so I'm gonna have to jump out. If you guys are
All
still
right.
on after I eat dinner, I might jump back on.
Yeah, no, we're probably gonna have to get off here in just a minute anyway, man. So
Okay.
Yeah, check
go
this
Hey,
go
one out.
go ahead, James. Let's see what you got.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Han
nice.
Oh,
Solo, the big Han Solo in Carbonite, though. But check this out.
oh,
Oh,
dude,
Yeah, watch.
what?
man,
Oh
that
wow, it
is
Watch.
lights up
sick.
behind. Dude, you're doing
That
some cool
is
stuff with the.
sick.
Did you 3D print him? Like the
Yeah,
surface?
yeah.
What,
And then
That's
dude?
pretty cool.
when
With
he
the light
falls, and
coming
then when he
through.
falls out,
What?
he got the empty cage.
Oh, that is
Oh
sick,
wow.
dude.
So
So
what I
I'm
did
not
with
even.
this is I magnetic the base. Boy, these cameras are terrible, but I got to get another camera set up. But it's just the strict magnetic strip like that. And then
There
if
you
I
go.
wanted to, I could
Whoa,
just lay him down. I can lay him down like
whoa.
this. Yeah, or I can reconnect him, and then he'll
Well
just
done,
go
man.
to town.
I'm
And I put
loving
Dude,
all
it.
that
these
is
So
modules.
amazing.
put all the side lights in it, and then he's got this one too, the green one that blinks a lot.
That's a lot of
And,
fun.
Wow.
Wow.
but I kept the whole movie scene going afterwards. You know, you can hear all the motion and all the stuff, and the whole scene
Mhm.
is in here. So I really enjoyed that, and I love the floor. You know how it just glows and it does all kinds of cool stuff. Let me see if I can
Yeah.
turn
That's
this.
great.
Okay, so it's turning it off now, so it just goes off.
Look at
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry, it's not. It's doing it now.
That is crazy, wicked cool, dude.
I know you can't really hear it. It's not
Releasing
that
them.
loud.
It's about to get melted out. That's sick.
Yeah.
Wow, man. That is
Nice
just too
work,
cool,
James.
dude.
Yeah, it's the whole scene, and
Yeah.
this thing too. I have this too as a model and ready to go if anybody wants
Wow.
it. You know,
That's way cool.
it's pretty
Well, hey,
neat,
nice
man. And
to
I
meet you,
have
James.
actually
Check that out for dinner
there's
gets
real metal
cold.
stuff on there too. Okay, man.
Oh,
Hey,
really?
good meeting
All
you. If
right,
I don't see
Jay,
you,
dude.
Yeah.
let's hook up, man. I'd love to come out and man, we'll swing some sabers around sometime, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, very cool. Absolutely. Yeah, it was great meeting you, James. And Mundo, till next
Absolutely.
time.
All right, dude.
Cool.
All
Peace
right,
out,
Take it easy,
man.
man.
enjoy. I'm gonna go get some hot dinner.
Oh yeah,
Get
go
it.
get
Get
it.
it.
Will do. Later.
See ya.
That is awesome, man. And you know, that's one of the reasons why I piggyback with my channel in case something like that happened, you know. And
Sure,
that
sure.
way people can kind of go over there. I can't see, you know, their comments and everything, and I'll probably go back a little bit later onto my channel and address everybody in the comments if they go and jump over to my
Yeah.
channel to finish
Yeah, I'm not
watching
really
it.
sure
So,
what happened, but I'm sure that'll part will be worked out. And if there was anything that we did wrong, I'm sure we can easily correct that in the next one. So
oh yeah, Space is really good about that. I mean, you know,
yeah.
there's even if he has to cut a small piece of it out, I mean, that's fine. You know,
Oh yeah.
but you know, here's the thing is that I honestly don't think we really did anything wrong to get tagged, but it is what it is. And,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
may have been the books. It may have been something like that, but you know,
yeah, you never
one
know.
day, the
I
next
mean,
day, you
people
never
get
know.
away. People get away with a lot worse, man. I tell you.
Oh, I think. Oh yeah, no kidding, right?
Yeah, they get away with way worse, man. They
Way too
violate
much.
them. They violate them guidelines like you wouldn't believe, and I'm like, how the hell are they still making these videos? Anyhow, but yeah, man, let's go ahead and wrap it up right here. And
All
I
right, man.
thank you so much, man. I always
Thank
have
you,
fun with
man.
you coming on. It's such a
Well, if you
pleasure
want,
to have
man,
you
you
on
know,
here.
let's see what next Sunday brings. If we could do it again, let's do it again. You know,
Oh,
let's get a group on.
absolutely, man. As a matter of fact, let's see who I know there's a few people in mind that I have, and a couple of them said that we'll see what happens. They're gonna let me know, and I
All
don't want
right.
to I don't want to put them on here. I don't want to say that they can until they say tell me they can. You know what I mean?
Sure,
So
sure.
that way it's a little bit of a surprise for everybody too. So when they
Oh,
come in,
absolutely.
and I will let you know, you know,
Okay.
in a PM. I'll let you know in a PM so that way we'll be on you'll know who to expect.
Yeah, sounds good.
and and I'm gonna keep trying to get some more guests on, man. And if we can get, you know, a four-person panel on here and just go to town and have more fun with it, it'll just be
Yeah.
that much more amazing, you know.
Oh yeah.
Get
Well,
a
we've had
bigger.
a lot of good conversation tonight about all kinds of things. I mean, that was in, you know, what Jedi Arms Dealer has right there is pretty amazing. It's that's you know it's unique and it's artistry at its finest, man. As far as I'm concerned, I
Oh,
I was blown away when
absolutely.
I heard all that stuff. You know, see, you learn so many things, and that's why I love to see the stuff. You know, I mean, you know, it's you know not that we would ever want to try and you know we don't want to recreate that stuff, but we want to enjoy it so that we can you know spread the news that hey he's making these things. You know, I'm gonna share that link so they know where to get it. So it's very
Yeah,
unique.
absolutely. Oh, and you got some very unique stuff that you showed us tonight. And again, that is, when I say found parts, and it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be, greeblies and stuff that go on sabers. I mean,
Oh,
found
sure.
parts can be used for almost anything in the artistry of making things. And that's
Absolutely.
the whole thing is the love of building this stuff and to create more spark and passion for building this stuff within the Star Wars universe, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And
Yeah. Well,
like I said,
that's how it was done in the first place. I mean, first you have to find out if you have enough midi chlorians, and then it goes uphill from there. You know what I mean? That depends on if you get a saber or not, I guess. So it's. I mean, I don't know if there's anything in history books that I know of that there are any saber wielders without the Force. So I'm not really sure. I didn't. It may be in the Old Republic, it's possible, but I haven't read anything. And if somebody knows, please correct me and maybe put it in the
yeah,
comments, and we can research that next time.
yeah, exactly. So um, until then, I'll probably look and see what kind of source material I want to do for the next show, and we'll have
Definitely,
a lot more fun with that, man. So I'll keep you
definitely.
updated on things,
Sounds
and
good.
maybe we can get some source material from things without getting dinged. Get
Maybe.
permissions.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
permissions.
Well, we'll figure out what that was, and we can work on more of it,
Oh yeah,
or less of it,
and more
and
good
something
stuff to
else.
come.
Yeah.
Yeah, like more 3D printed stuff to come. You know.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
that might be a good topic as far as um I'll think about it because I don't want my brain's already starting to go 100 miles an hour, and I'm gonna have
Hey, Darth
hey
Reese
Reese,
is
you
still
too.
here. All right.
Yeah, man. So my brain's going 100 miles an hour, and like I said, I'll
Well, that's
keep
good.
you in the loop about things, man. And
Oh
like
yeah,
I
just
said, anytime you want to come on, you are more than welcome to come on, dude. I mean, that's
oh man,
that's just
let's.
thing.
I
You
love
know,
to see it
you
grow. I want to see this grow more. I think talking about things and getting it out in the open, and discussing all different ideas, and open source material and scrap parts and books, if we can get away with it. That's
yeah,
something I think is interesting. And I think everybody would enjoy that. And
it's good information.
questions from the chat too. We should
Yeah,
consider
absolutely.
letting them ask us questions and seeing maybe there's some information that they would like to have. So
Absolutely. I
something
welcome every kind
something
of
like that.
question. I welcome it.
Oh yeah,
I welcome it.
yeah.
Okay, guys. So, Reese, man, thank you so much for everything, dude. Charlie, I mean, everybody that's been in the chat, thank you guys so
Thank you
much.
guys.
Um, let's see, Charlie, Titan, Jim, Pern, I mean, and all of you guys, man. I thank you guys so much in hanging out, and I sincerely apologize for what happened. Like I said, that's the reason why I also do the piggyback with my channel, so that if something happens on this one, you can go and see it on my channel. Um, Mundo Cabrera is at Mundo Cabrera 7007 on Instagram, and I tell you guys, it means the world to us. Um, Mountain Sabers as a creator, and you guys as an audience. I wouldn't have as much fun doing this without you guys. So, you guys mean the world to me, and I thank you guys so much for, coming every Sunday when I can be here,
Oh yeah,
and just more content to come, and more good times, more laughs, more surprises, and hopefully even some more guests. I will try my best to get some more well-known guests on here as well. With time and things permitted. So we'll see what the future holds. And
yeah.
tune in next Sunday as we do Saber Talk Sunday, guys. So I'm gonna brand out.
All right. We'll see you later.
And peace. Mundo
Here,
out.
here, we pour whiskey.